What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Kaiza-Sama, and we are back with another Dokkan battle video. Now, in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the 55% showcase of the new Tech LR Universe Devastating Combat Power Broly. If you guys are new here, drop that like and subscribe for your boy. We are on the road to 200 subs by the end of the year. So all that support you guys give me, I greatly appreciate all of it. Now, going straight into this man's kit, as his base form does state right here, he does have the 200% leader skill, movie bosses category +3, then the HP with the attack and defense increase of 200% with no super attack. So keep in mind, he does not attack when he's in base. He's more of a indestructible wall, if you may. Very similar to the AGL Tech, AGL LR Jiren that's over there on JP. He should be coming to global pretty soon, but he's very, very similar to that Jiren with the standby, basically making him like an indestructible wall. And then once you actually transform into the legendary Super Saiyan transformation, that's when he starts to attack. But with him being in the base form, he has the activation of the entrance animation upon the character's entry. And for one turn from the character's entry turn, he reduces damage received by 90%. As the first attacker in a turn, he then reduces damage received by 70%. And extreme class allies' chance of performing a crit hit of 50% as the second or third attacker in a turn. And extreme class allies get the key +2, and then the attack and defense of +60%, with the defense that permanently goes up by 200% and guards against all attacks. So basically all of these different lines, I say all these different lines, but these different effects basically just compute to the first base form that we see him in. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he's on the uncontrollable power category. I believe that's the new category that they just put out. And then for his links, we see him with Saiyan Warrior Raised, Prepare for Battle, Berserker, the Saiyan Lineage, Hardened Grudge, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our boy as he's transformed. When he goes into Legendary Super Saiyan, we do have the super attack Meteor Crush, raises attack and defense for one turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. Then Ultra Super Attack Blaster Meteor greatly raises attack and then causes mega colossal damage to all enemies. I assume that's the AoE right there. Then for his passive skill, we're just going to touch on it, touch on the main parts, the key +3, then the attack and defense of 260%. He has damage reduction of 50% for 3 turns from the character's entry, then a additional damage reduction of 26%. So that's a total of 76% when talking about his damage reduction. Then he has the additional attack and defense of 150% when performing a super. Then the additional key of +1 that can go up to 5 with a chance of performing a critical hit of 10% that can go up to 50% with each attack performed. So then with each attack performed, and then with all these additional stack boosts, he gets the additional supers and then the additional key. He launches a additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack within the same turn after receiving an attack, and then plus a additional defense of 200% before attacking, and then he guards against all attacks as the first attacker in a turn. Then he launches a additional super attack as the second or third attacker in a turn, plus a additional key of +3 and a chance of critical hit of 50% when there's a Pure Saiyans or Earthbred Fighters category enemy. Then he disables the attacked enemy's action once within the turn when his key is 24. So long story short, he's a slot 1 he's a slot 1 monster that really needs to go towards that slot 1 position. As you can see, he can trade off between the second and third slots, but he's more built towards that first slot position. And then you get these additional supers and then the additional defense and whatnot. So putting him in slot 1 is probably going to be the main answer. Just, you know, if you have just a stacked team with hella options on the team, then I would see that as the only occasion where you put him in the second or third slot. Then the active skill of Saiyan Killer Instinct, he gets the Ki +3 and the attack and defense of plus 26% in damage. That is permanent, so keep that in mind. Then we see his links are basically staying the same. And yeah, that's pretty much it. His similar links down here. Of course, the main Broly characters, and then the LR AGL Broly, he links very, very well with that Broly as well. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the showcase, and we're going to see how well this guy is formidable on the new Extreme Team setup. So let's dive right into it. All right, let's go ahead and hop right into the showcase. Now, with the rotation like this, like I said, you can transform on turn 1 if you wish to, but that's pretty much what they want you to kind of avoid. They want you to go ahead and use some of that defensive technique that he has within his standby. Even though he can't attack, he's basically a defensive standby type character on that first turn that you bring him out. He's very similar to AGL LR Jiren that's on JP right now. Of course, we know Jiren, he stays in that standby for, I think, like 3 to 4 turns, something like that. But this standby right here, it's more of like a opening turn type of like base standby for him. So it's completely different from Jiren's standby, but it works very, very similar. Now, with the rotation like this, I would go ahead and transform one of the Brolys, preferably your friend Broly. I would just go ahead and get that out of the way. Now that we have him transformed, now we will have better links between our friend Broly and then our other extreme class characters. Because these rotations, they can be a little bit iffy, but that basically depends on you and how you place your units in these rotations. Now we're holding up. Now this is another thing I wanted to speak on. These bosses deal a ton of damage to slot 1 characters now. So that's another reason why I said this Broly is a terrific, he's the perfect slot 1 unit that we've really been waiting on. And now that we have him, we basically have him, I would say Jiren, Cell Max, LR AGL Broly, although him, you kind of got to put a tad bit of dodge on him. But for the most part, those characters that I just said the names of, they all have a ability that's very similar to this guy. Or I should say they all have a advantageous ability that allows them to be very detrimental in the slot 1 position. Now we have our LR AGL Broly, and then we had the physical orbs pop up from our physical Broly right here. This did help us out a hell of a lot, but it wasn't too much of like a difference maker between like our whole situation. I believe our HP did go back up though after this, but besides that, this was pretty much just a kind of like an in-between type stage. With the links though, they were pretty decent on this rotation. And Broly, he should deal at least over 5 mil with the super. Let me see. Cause I literally just got, oh shit. Hey, that man hit with 11 mil, bro. Okay, this one will probably hit for like 8 or 9. Okay, 6.8. So we got close to 7 mil. Okay. Cause I low-key forgot. I just put on the last bit of Extreme Z Awakening on that Physical Broly literally like yesterday. Let me see. How much damage to this AGL Broly do? So he still pops off with at least 1 mil in damage, but he could get a little bit more. A little bit more damage would be great. Let me see, 1.1 again. So if we were firing off at least 3 to 4 mil with Broly's attacks, then we would look a lot better in our position. And Frieza, he helped us out a tad bit. Now, this rotation is pretty fire. Of course, we're going to put our Broly in slot 1, and we're going to go ahead and transform. Yes, sir. This is one of the most iconic poses in Dragon Ball, man. Broly in that stance of just powering up, and then that aura is just, his step in is just sick, bro. Now, as you can see, we have 5 links connecting with our physical Broly. He's not the most powerful Broly in our set, but he does help a lot with the links. And we have some good orbs for him, but we had to pretty much kind of like pick and choose because we still had our physical metal cooler on the end. Now, let's see these animations. Now, this is that AoE attack right here. Goodness gracious. Yes, sir. Ugh. Yo, these animations are so clean, bro. And I was really like seeing if they were going to include that dark hair scene when Broly kind of like flies inside the building and then he throws Gohan through the other side of the wall. I was like, damn, bro, they really got every detail correct with these animations. This is definitely probably like one of my favorite Broly, if not, I can't even say who's my favorite between him or AGL Broly, but they're both definitely up there. But with that being said, in my next showcase video, I will have the 69% LR Teq Broly to show you guys. But I pretty much just wanted to get this showcase out there to show you guys that he is still a formidable unit, even at 55%. And then just depending on what challenge event you go up against and what team everybody is using, it'll be different for pretty much everybody. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the showcase. I'm going to see you guys in the next Dokkan Battle video. You guys take care and peace.